Welcome to Pop's Quiz. Hi, in this episode of Pop's Quiz, Isabel Thomas has taken time out to answer my questions. Isabel is a science author and writer who has more than 130 children's books. Isabel has some great science hands-on books like this one, Self-Destructing Science. She also writes for outreach projects like Dementia Explained and also writes for the children's magazine Whizz Pop Bang. For more about Isabel, check the links in the description down below. Over to you, Isabel.
So question 1, why do you love SciComm? Well, when I was at school, I loved science because I loved discovering new things for the first time. It's the best feeling. Now I love being a science writer because it's a chance to give readers the same feeling, not just by sharing facts, but by giving children the tools to make discoveries of their own. If a child picks up one of my books, thinks, wow, and keeps reading, I know I've done a good job. But if they decide to close the book, head outside, and start hunting for beetles, or gazing at the stars, or building an amazing invention instead, well then I know I've done a really great job. I love inspiring people to discover the world for themselves. Question 2. What's your favourite way to engage people in your field? Well, I write for children who are very quick to abandon a book if they're bored, and quite right too. To make science irresistible to children, I need to think like one. In the last 10 years, I've become an expert in thinking like an 8-year-old. My number one rule is to make it funny. I love sharing funny stories from the lives of real scientists. So if I'm writing about a scientist like Charles Darwin, I don't jump straight into the science. Instead, I dig out stories, like when he was halfway through dinner in Argentina and realised he was eating a bird that no one had ever discovered before. Oops! He got the bird for his collection, or at least the bits that were left. These stories and misadventures show us that scientists, yep, even the grumpy-looking ones in books, there's Charles Darwin, are people just like us. People who make mistakes. People who aren't born with all the answers. Only questions. Lots and lots of questions. What message would you like to give to young people about STEM? Well, you are already a scientist and an engineer and a mathematician. In fact, ever since you were a tiny baby playing with your toys and food and watching what was going on around you, you've been thinking scientifically. This is the way we explore the world and find out how it all works. Now the big challenge is to keep on playing as you get older. So keep asking questions about everything you see. Stay curious and don't just accept what you are told or even what you read in books. It's by noticing things that no one else has noticed and not being afraid to challenge other people's ideas that new discoveries get made. And the bonus of a career in STEM is that you basically get paid to play. Question 4. Where's the coolest place you've seen SciComm? Well, I just took my kids to the Wonder Lab at the Science Museum in London, which is absolutely fantastic. I think we spent 3 hours in there and we still hadn't seen and done everything. It's cool because it gives children and their grown-ups so many chances to get hands-on with science. For me, this is much better than demonstrations where you look but can't touch, even if they are explosions. It's just so much more fun to find out about the world for yourself. Now, Poppy, you do an amazing job of showing children that you don't need to wait till you're grown up to get hands-on with science, and that you don't need a glam venue or loads of expensive kit. You just need a kitchen table or a back garden and a big sense of adventure. Thanks so much for having me on Pop's Quiz. It was great fun. Goodbye.
I'm really lucky to live near a museum too. The centre of life is really close to me. It's only a few miles and I absolutely love going there because there's loads of interactive things to do and there's some great live shows. I've been part of their science club for a few years now. Thanks for answering my questions, Isabel. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And join me next time when I'll be back with more amazing science communicators. Bye!